All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, whom taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very few sisters seeking and pushing Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, in truth and sincerity. All right, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Radazah, which means Lord willing. The lesson be edifying, correct, and direct to feed the lambs of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Mashiach, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, I'm the brother Adanian from the GMS Chicago branch. All right, and pretty much my lesson that I had lined up was just about, staying kingdom-minded, making sure to stay focused on the kingdom, Start, right here. And I say that to say that's the only way. How the scriptures say that where there's no vision, the people perish. All right. You got to envision the kingdom. And that's really going to be the one thing that keeps you sane, and keeps you whole, and continues to comfort you. All right, while we here in this time, man. All right, it's going to also keep us motivated, motivated and focused and in the right track, man. If the kingdom of heaven is constantly on your mind, you understand, okay, well, it's classifications. It's a 1/3, all right, then it's a 2/3, all right, of Israelites who gonna get who gonna be in the kingdom, man. All right, especially this place here in America, man. All right, you got 1/3 and you got 2/3, man. All right, 2/3 are not thinking about the kingdom, man. All right, they're not thinking about the kingdom of heaven. This day constellation, they only thinking about the here and the now, man. Just the fact that Yahweh Shai Shai even gives us the spirit and the idea to think about him, an idea to picture the kingdom, an idea to fight for it and to have faith in it, man. All right, these people that you see out here, they don't move like that. All right, they're not thinking about those things. They don't keep that in mind. They're not applying it till they walk in their steps, man. So we keeping your mind on the kingdom, that it'll ease your spirit a lot, man. You won't be so flustered over the things that's going over now, because all these things gonna pass away. All right, and it was never set up for us to rest here, man. So it's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So talking about that wickedness that we see, it's in your music, it's in your media that you consume, it's in your social media, it's in the food, polluted water, polluted air, polluted wickedness in high places, man. To keep a separation between the Lord and his people, man. And all right, it worked on 2/3 of Jakes in this place, man. It had all of us at one point in time. All right, the Lord hid himself. It had all of us, but these people continuing in it, man. All right, it say that they call these plagues peace, man. And we cry out day in and day out, hoping for something greater, man. All right, when my enemies don't have my neck in a bind, man. All right, that would be a beautiful day. All right, and a day that I'm looking forward to, and a day that the scriptures told me is a day that I'm gonna be able to see. Lord willing, if I do X, Y, and Z, righteous things within it, man. So I'm gonna keep going. Ephesians 6 and 14 says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. It said, have your loins girt about with truth. This truth that the Lord gave to us, man. All right, and then we don't use that for malicious things, man. Having the breastplate breastplate of righteousness, man. You know, we gotta show forth. We gotta apply these ways, statutes, commandments unto ourselves and to our walk, man. You know, it says your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, right? Always ready to teach, being apt to teach, man. You know, it says above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Yeah, so, all right, having faith, you gotta have faith to even understand that, hey, we're not whatever we thought we was gonna do on this side. All right, it's a conscious effort and willing to put it on hold until the appointed time with which Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna he gonna do that, man. You know, but what do we do? It say if you bear not your cross, then you don't have no portion with the Lord, man. You know, so the Lord, all right, he put himself to the side for the nation. So what do you got the elect, the prophets doing now? All right, we putting these things on hold. Yeah, we use the world while we here. All right, but ultimately we have faith that at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai gonna come. He return is gonna be a very miraculous, grand thing. All right, and then we won't have to worry about bills and or child Title 4D. You know, having your children taken away from you. Like being in captivity, still. You know, we won't have to worry about those things, man. You know, but that takes faith. It says, Ephesians 6 and 17, and take the helmet of salvation. The helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, man. So that helmet of salvation, we just constantly be on our mind, man. The kingdom should constantly be on our mind. Yahweh shall return, it should constantly be on our mind. And that way, you always keeping yourself on your toes, because if you always hastening that day and expecting that day, and you want to be on the righteous side of the Lord in that day, then you're gonna move. You're gonna be careful about yourself. You're gonna move with a carefulness and righteousness, man, and a fear and righteousness, man. You know, it's better to have that the kingdom on your mind, man, than to be caught up with this world. This world don't have nothing for us, man. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna get that Matthew 6. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, in verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth to corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, and which is this place that we in. And all this place that we in currently, yes. All right, this captivity, this last round of captivity, all right, this is a place where moth and rust corrupts and thieves break through and steal. All right, which I never had one. Say you have a virgin, will you be the last man that woman is with? I never have. Yeah, so, and that's just one example, man. All right, you don't pay your car note, they come repossess the car that you've been paying on. All right, you don't pay rent, they come repossess where you lay your head at. All right, we don't have no power here, we don't have no stay. This ain't our place, man. You know, so the kingdom has to constantly be on our mind. All right, and then we have to always be working toward that, man. You know, you got to see it and you got to work towards it, man. Where your treasure is at. It talked about, next, come. All right, verse 20, Matthew 6 and 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness, right? So what got your eye? What's the prize? You know how it's a saying in the world, eyes on the prize? Well, what's that prize? Is it what? Money? Is it a lot of women? You know, is it a lot of things, a lot of substance? Or is it making it to the kingdom of heaven on the first go-around, man? You know, that's the prize, man. All right, everything else comes secondly and afterwards, man. Secondarily, man. You know. Let me get another one. You know, because that's really all That's really all that keeps us going, man. All right, so like my attention got thrown off. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 4. It says, "And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes," Yahweh, man. "And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." You know, they dealing with this shit now. Say, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You know, and shit. The world is mourning, man. You know, but to have faith and to have that eye salve and to have that vision, all right, to have your mind constantly stayed upon the kingdom, man. All right, that's what's going. You know, that's the only way you're gonna be able to navigate this place, man, through the Spirit. You know, it says, verse 5, it says, "And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are faithful and true." You know, so you gotta have faith in him. That's the only way we're gonna get up out of here, is to have faith in him, man. You know. I'm gonna get this First Thessalonians. Call it there. It's the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "For the Lord himself," and this is what we gotta constantly be thinking upon. How is gonna return? What you gonna do then? All right, it don't matter how far-fetched it sounds to anyone else, because this is the faith and the power that we got in our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our Father, man. It says, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first." He says, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words." You know, so keep that on your mind. Understand that day is coming, and it's coming soon. All right, where the creation about to meet its creator, Yahweh Shema Shah, man. All right, and we just want to be on the good side of that. The only way you're gonna do that is to not get caught up in this place, to constantly have your mind on the kingdom, man. You know, so Lord willing, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Radazah. The lesson was edifying, correct, and direct to feed the lambs of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakodash. All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Mashiach Ba'Shem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the brothers and the very few sisters seeking and pushing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Mashiach Ba'Shem Kakodash in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Wakam Yasharala, and the Bible Ball.